Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. So in the last episode we got started on making some magic. And I think we're going to carry on with that today by delving into Thaumcraft a heck of a lot more. So let's get right to it. Okay, so first things first, you can see I've got a big wall around me. And there was a time lapse of this, but I lost it. So, oh well, it's not that interesting anyway. I just went with the basic wall design with, whoops, that was the map. Used to still all compressed cobblestone, so I think it looks kind of cool, and fenced in between. I think it gives kind of a nice look, and it stops spiders from coming over. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully we should have no mobs spawning in here now-ish, hopefully, maybe. So I've made quite a bit of progress with Thaumcraft, and that is mostly because this is the second time I'm recording this episode. The first time I tried, it was useless. It was so bad. It was really hard to follow what I was doing, and what the hell happened there? Okay, that's just like that now, fine, whatever. So yeah, I want to take you through Thaumcraft a bit more, because it's very in-depth, and I didn't really know what I was doing. That's why the first time in this recording didn't go so well. So, I've got a few new things. I've got these cool goggles of revealing. So first things first, I think I'm going to show you how I made them, and how to do the research properly without just kind of going, no, what am I doing, throwing stuff all over the place. So, the goggles of revealing are in my Thaumic. So obviously you have to research this first, so I've got something else that I can research here. I have the Greatwood Wand Core. Can I research this? Yeah, cool. So how you research things is essentially you need to link up these three different aspects. The main easiest way to do this is to first research somewhere in here we have that one. Research expertise and research mastery. Of course, you know, you're not going to have them to be able to research them, but it is kind of useful because what you need to do is link them up, link up the aspects with either their base aspects or an aspect that is made from it. So in our Thaumic, under our aspects of magic here, we can see all the aspects we've discovered. So a primal aspect is something you should start with and you should hopefully have a lot of. Then these other aspects are made up of other things, like for example air is a base aspect, and arbor, which wood, trees, is made from air and herba. If you look for herba, that's made of granum and terra, and granum's made of victus and ordo, etc, etc, etc. So when you come to researching things, so let's see, we have magic here. So we need to find out what magic is made from or can be made into, and that's what will give us a lit up node that we can then link into the other things. So the reason that you might want to get the research expertise first is you see when I hover over, it tells me what these aspects are made from, and that makes the research a heck of a lot easier. So I'll say it's probably the first thing you want to research is the research expertise, because then it saves you having to go into your Thaumic all the time and looking these things up. So we need to link magic, this one, instrumentum, and the wood one. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. So arbor is made from air and plant. That's easy enough. What's magic made from? Magic's made from vacuos and from potentia, I think that is, yeah. Okay, so I think the easiest thing for us to do would be to delve into base aspects. So if we put a potentia here, we don't have any, as you can see, there's no number and I can't click on it. So normally what you'd have to do is link up Ordo and Ignis here. Then you've got those two down here and you click the purple button. See down here, it generated me one research point for potentia, made it there. But also because I've done all the research expertise, I can simply shift click now and it will make me it so long as I've got what I need to make it from. So if I put a potentia down here, which is what magic is made from, you can see that potentia is made from fire and order. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's see, what can we make our arbor out of? We can make our arbor out of wind and plant matter. Okay, so perhaps terra maybe? That could work. We need to find a way to link either order or fire to this one. So if I had That's the only problem with having all these aspects that I've learned now. It's kind of hard to score your way through them sometimes. So we could link this back to Terra. I think Order and Terra makes something. If I look for Order. I think something like this, perhaps. No, Order and Water is a good one, and Order and Fire makes Potentia, of course. So an Order here and a what's Granum? That is Life and Order. Okay, so if we put an Order here, and then we have a Granum. No, we'd have to put Herbert down first, and then we can put a Granum down next to that. Oops, I've run out of ink. Oops, let's go make some more scribing tools then. Or unless I've got some left. Oops. I've got some left here. Cool. Let's swap that out. There we go. Obviously you need scribing tools to do this and the research points as well. So that should all be linked up. It's kind of tough to see sometimes, but it appears to be. And this instrumentum links straight to Order. That's fun, but I can't link it up just like that. So, I'd have to link it up through something else first. So I can make Man, which will link to Bestia, which will link to Life. That's not that useful. Or Cognito, which links to Earth. Earth? No, that's not in there. What would be the easiest way to do this one? But hopefully, I hope you get the rough idea of how the research works. You essentially have to go through and find things that are made from or can be made into something else that links into all the other stuff, so you can eventually link everything together into one. So let's see, what it would be the easiest way to do this. Having Ordo... Actually, that should work. If I stick an Ordo down there, that will link to the Granum, right? Yeah, that would work, even though it's not going to link to this Ordo. So if I put an Ordo down there, yeah, awesome. So we're getting that linked to that, and everything all links together eventually, kind of. So we've discovered a Great Wood Wand Core. That's something that I'll get into a little bit later. I was just using that as a reason to show you how the research works. So now that our research is done, we get this scroll version of our discovery. And right-click that, and that goes into our Thaumic. Awesome. So now I should be able to make, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that, a Great Wood Wand Core. There. When you get a new research, it will show up with this shiny thing, which I totally forgot about. So you see we have Great Wood Wand Core in there, and it tells you how to make it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I made these Goggles of Revealing. But there's a couple of things that we need for that. So first off, let's see exactly what we need to make them. So we need, this has to be done in an arcane workbench, and we need 2 thermometers, some gold, and some leather. Okay then, so let's make ourselves 2 thermometers. Make ourselves a couple of them out of the shards we dig out of the ground. And we need 2 gold and leather. Cool. So then head to our arcane work table and plonk everything in. I think this was how it went, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Cool. But as you can see, we need something else. So if you look in our Thaumic, and this, we can see the aspects that you need to craft this thing along with the ingredients. So we need 5 air, 5 ignis, 5 aqua, 5 terra, 5 peridito, and 5 ordo. And how we do this is by collecting it in our wand. So I've actually got enough to craft all this, but I'm going to show you how to get them, because that's the important bit. Once you put your wand into the crafting table, it will fill out all these things. Yeah, I can see I actually don't have enough ordo on me anyway. So let's go and find ourselves some of this stuff. Oh, I'll just use this holes here. I can use this as next, I suppose. Cool. So the way you get these different aspects into your wand is by finding nodes. And I've found quite a few, as you can see on the waypoints. Also my goggles revealing are actually showing me a lot better where they are. If I take these off, you can see, you can just barely see the node. It's very, very hard to see. But you can wander around with your thermometer. Oop, easy, buddy, easy. If you wander around with your thermometer, it makes them a lot easier to see. This one's a bright one, so that's showing up even brighter than they normally would. Let's just kill the zombie. Oh, you're good? Okay. I really should have made it day before I came here, but oh well. Shush, zombie, I'm talking. Okay, so now we've... What? Go away, I don't need you. Let's just hover up here. I'm going to put my goggles revealing back on so I can see the aura nodes properly. So once you find this thing... Oh wow, it's got 105. Also the goggles revealing show you what elements they're made up of. Also make sure you scan these things where you find them, because you'll get a load of research points from them. But anyway, we want to drain this of its elements. So by that, we just right click with our wand, and it will drain out the element that's within it. I'm pretty sure I'm full up on water though. Yeah, I've got 25 water, and that's all this one can hold. So I can't actually drain anything from that. So the easiest way to find aura nodes is just kind of to wander around, but there are some specific places that they usually tend to show up. So that was just one that was laying around randomly. But if I come down here, I've got an air node over here, and this one just showed up because there's an obsidian totem here. They always kind of show up within an obsidian totem. So if I right click down here, then you can see I drew some ordo out of that one. Occasionally they're quite hard to see, and they don't exactly show up all the time with the thermometer or with your goggles revealing, but there's usually one on the top. So if you just kind of look at it with your, especially with goggles revealing, it will show up what elements are within it. So we can draw some of the stuff out of there. Are we getting anything more out of that? I don't think we are. I think we've got everything we can. Whoa, easy there, easy, easy. Let's take another look at our one. What have we got? Full of. What's this one? It's got darkness in it, not Peridito. That isn't Peridito, is it? I forgot. But whatever, we've drained most of what we can out of there. So that's another good place to look for aura nodes. Another place that you can look is in silverwood trees. That's what this one over here is. So this biome, I believe it's a magical forest biome. Which almost always has silverwood trees in it, and in fact if you plant a lot of silverwood trees, then it does actually create this biome, I think. You can see our aura node down there. Again, you'd probably be doing this the first time with the thermometer, just wandering around as best you can. And this one is an air node, so you can draw some stuff out of that. Again, just right clicking. This one's got all sorts of cool stuff in it. The silverwood ones usually tend to do. Cool, we've got some of that. And then the last very easy place to find nodes, see if I zoom out that way, I haven't found too many of those, but it's just kind of, I think it was out this way, this one out here. If you kind of wander around at night over the sea, especially if you've got a jetpack and a hang glider or some sort of way to fly, then you can kind of spot them over the sea. It'll just, because they kind of emit a little bit of light, you can see the little patches of light across the sea. It's a very, very easy way to find them for charging up your wand. So hopefully there's a one over here. Pretty sure it was out in the middle of nowhere when I was just wandering around looking for things to scan. Yeah, it's over here. Cool. So yeah, as I said, these ones very easy to find at night, not necessarily in the day, because they can be a little bit tough to see. You can just about see them while you're flying over, but at night they'll be glowing and you'll see the light coming from them. So what's this? Well, this one's a water and order. Cool. So I'll hover again and drain this thing. If we need anything from it, yeah, we can get a little bit of order from that. Very cool. One thing to remember though is not to drain these things all the way. You have to be quite careful when you're doing this without the goggles revealing, because you can't see how much is in them unless you bring up your thermometer again. Oh, and aim directly at it, which I can't do because I'm hovering. But if you drain it completely, there is a chance that it won't regenerate its elements, its aspects. So this is slowly going to regenerate back what we just took from it. But if you drain it all the way, there's a chance it might not, and it might even just break the entire thing if you drain all the aspects. So definitely bear that in mind. Anyway, let's get back home and start crafting this thing. Okay, so now we've got our wand full of all the different kind of elements. Or just about anyway. We can put this in here to craft the thing. Now, as you can see, these require a certain amount, so 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. Very simple, but our Iron Cap 1 is actually not very efficient. If we look at it, it says 110% V's cost. So that essentially means it's going to take 110% of what it should do. So if we put this in here, then it's going to cost us 5.5 instead of just 5. Essentially because this one's not very good. Sorry, a bit of a cut for a cough break there. So if we just use that alone, it's not going to be very efficient for us to do so. But we can make better ones that are going to maybe even go us down to like 90% viscos, things like that. And also the goggles we're revealing here also give us a 5% V discount when we wear them. So we can see that only costs 105% rather than 110. So let's craft ourselves these things, and we've got some goggles of revealing. Obviously you just click and take it out to do so. I'm not going to bother because I don't see the point in wasting all the elements and all this stuff. So I'm just going to chuck these back in to my sorting system for now, in case I need them later. Cool, so now that's how you make the goggles of revealing. That's the basic idea of the thing. Okay, here we go. Here's some other stuff that I definitely want to make. So I wouldn't mind getting a better wand straight away, and I'd like to get some wand foci as well. So we want to research those. We're going to need some scribing tools again. We've got some here, we just need to refill it with ink. There we go. Refill them. Cool. And some paper. Cool. So now what should we go for first? Let's go for, I think we should go for gold wand caps. Why the heck not? We've got plenty of gold, and let's also get a great wood wand core. That's the research I did before. So what does that mean? That is 3 peridito and 2 great wood logs in the arcane workbench. Well, let's go ahead and make that right now. Why not? I think I've got some great wood. I took down a couple of great wood trees. I've got some saplings as well, actually. I might start growing them. So let's shove this in this thing, arcane work table, and our wand, and boom, cool, we've got a great wood rod. Then we need to research this one, the gold wand caps. Cool, we just go gold wand caps, awesome. Let's right click to learn that and see how to make them. So for that we need more elements. We should have all that in our wand still, and a load of gold nuggets. Cool. So let's grab some gold nuggets. Gold nuggets. I've got to make a couple more too. That'll be plenty. And let's make this thing. So in like so, in like so. Hopefully we've got enough. Yep, we've got enough for our aspects there to do that. And let's make a gold wand, I guess. I think this will just be like making the normal wand, which I'll probably have to do in the arcane work table, actually. Now that I think about it, that would make sense. Will this work? Yes, it will. Cool. But you can see I need a little bit more peridito, so I'm going to go and find that. Okay, I've just waited until night and come out here to the ocean, where that water ordinal was, and that's what I meant about them giving off light. You can see from miles away that there's some light there. There's probably going to be a node. So that was my thinking. I just thought I'd show you what that looks like. So what's this node? That's just water. That's not interesting to me. I'm going to carry on wandering around and see if I can't find some peridito somewhere. What the feck is that? Oh, it's like a big ass dungeon. Oh, let's check for a ore node here. Oh, hello. Hello, what is this? Is that? Oh, that was peridito. I think I just accidentally drained it completely of peridito. Oh god, I hope that recharges. It'd be really nice if it did. Please? Pretty, please? I'd love you forever if you recharge. Come on, you know you want to. Damn it. Oh, I've got enough for this crafting thing anyway, I suppose. Looks like I found a dungeon over here, though. That's pretty cool. I think this is a... Oh, what's it called? They're like... There's another ore node there as well. Tritons, perhaps? Ooh, no. There's villagers. Oh, no, they're prisoners. May well be a Triton dungeon. Then they're pretty evil, actually. They're not pleasant at all. Kind of sound like they're being nice and welcoming, but they're really not. Ooh, what's this one? Fire and water. Don't need that. I'm going to leave this alone, but I'm going to waypoint this. Waypoint. And this is a water dungeon. Dungeon? I really can't spell when I'm trying to talk, can I? There we go. Water dungeon. Cool, I might have to come back to this at some point, but they are incredibly badass. There they are. Yep, that's the guys. The Tritons. They are bastards. They really are. They are not pleasant. But anyway, I found some Paraditos, so that should be enough to craft what I want to craft. So I'm going to head back home, I think. Okay, so I've carried on researching a fair bit, and the next thing I think I want to make is one foci, which I've already researched, and that should tell us how to make our first one focus, which is a fire one focus. So we can pretty much just make this, I think, assuming I've got all the ingredients. If I have a look in my thingy doodle, I keep forgetting where it is because I put these trapdoors on it. See, fire focus. Let's just search focus then. Focus. Somewhere in here we should see fire. Not that one, no. That's the one. One focus fire. And that doesn't actually tell us the recipe. Oh well. So what do we need again? We need fire shard, nether quartz, and fire charge. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. We should have that. Oops. Fire. Don't have any fire charges. Okay, that's fine. Should have plenty of nether quartz though. Yep. And how do we make a fire charge again? Fire charge. We blaze powder, coal and gunpowder. Easy. Got all of that. Cool. Let's try making this thing then. So let's have a fire charge and our nether quartz and our fire shards and shove our wand in. Actually, let's use it the rest of this if we can. No, there's not enough in there. Oh well. Use the gold one and cool. There's our wand focus for fire. I'm going to get out of the wooden house to test this thing out. That seems like a good idea. So this is one of the main uses for your wand. So you actually have use for it besides just drawing power out of nodes. To use these focuses. So on its own it does nothing, but if you press F, I think it is. Oh no, I haven't set up the controls for this, bear with me. There we go, yeah, it's F by default. I just change around these things quite a lot. Brings up this little radial menu, so you can click on fire, and then if you right click, it spews fire everywhere. Now as you could hopefully see in the top right, that drained our Ignis viz. And if we look at our focus, if we take it off, hold shift and hit F, or I think we might be able to take it off in this radial menu. Can we? No, okay. Oh yes, we did, I think. I don't know. Does that work as well? It doesn't matter anyway. So yeah, if we look at our fire focus, this can tell us that it will consume Ignis at 0.1 viz per tick. So that's how quickly it's going to drain our Ignis viz. So put that back on. Boop. Oops. Why did you? Why you? Thank you. Sorry, just did not work then. It decided to be a dick. Weird. Oh, whatever. So yeah, now we have a thing that sprays fire. Let's go find someone to test it out on. Why not? See if there's any zombies laying around out here. Oh yeah, there's one. Hello, Mr. Zombie. How are you? Have some fire. I would say that's pretty effective. Cool. Die. Thank you. Cool, so that's one of the main things you can do with wands, and there's quite a few more of these. So we're looking at our Thaumic. We've got a wand of equal trade. I believe that switches things between different materials. It's like it might swap cobblestone for smoothstone, that kind of thing maybe. See, we've got a shock focus, cool. Lightning, frost focus, cool. And a wand of excavation, that's quite cool. It sort of lets you dig, just carve through the landscape, but at a distance, which is kind of fun. And there's also this focus pouch, which lets you store all of your different focuses in a pouch, so you don't have them all cluttering up your inventory. Very cool. So I might get on to making a couple of those a little later. Okay, so I've done a ton more research, and the next thing I want to make is an infusion altar. I think that's what it's called, something like that. But for that, we need a couple of different things. It's a big multi-block structure. We need this arcane stone, which is 9 smooth stone around any kind of shard, which is this stuff here. I've already made all this just so I could go and reform one, so we wouldn't have to stop halfway through. We need a couple of other things. Oops. Once you make that arcane stone, you should get this thing to research, the infusion. And that basically tells you what else you need to make. So this is the thing that we're making. and how you lay it all out. So you also need Arcane Workbench, which is Arcane Stone, any kind of shard, and Ender Pearls, and it also requires 40 Ordo in the Arcane Workbench. And then we also need Arcane Pedestal, which is a load of Arcane Stone and 5 Air in your thingy-madoodle Arcane Workbench. Also need these ones, the Arcane Stone Bricks. That's just 4 Arcane Stone blocks in any kind of crafting table, doesn't matter. And that should be just about everything we need. So I've just cleared out an area up here on top of the roof where we can put this thing down. It's all messy, I'll figure out a way up here that'll look better later. But for now, it's gonna do. So we need to put a few of these things out in the right places. See if I can remember how to do this properly. Hopefully I will. I think we have the bricks around the corners like so. And stone... Arcane stone block on top of there. And then need the runic matrix on... Whoops. That's not quite what I meant to do there. Not at all. Bugger. Is this right? Oops. Let's just double check all this. Make sure I am doing this right. Yep, stone bricks, then stone block, then pedestal, then runic matrix. Yeah, I'm doing this right. Good. So that pedestal is going there, but I don't want to put it there yet because I don't want to accidentally put the stuff on top of it. The runic matrix goes there. I can break these out. And pedestal there. Is that right? I hope so. One way to find out. Let's hit it with a wand. Oh! Yep, there we go. Cool. Now tell me that thing doesn't look badass as all hell. Oh god. If you don't fall to your doom as soon as you build it, of course. But that thing looks friggin' awesome, doesn't it? Okay, so this is for infusing things with magic and stuff. Okay, so we have our crazy infuser here. There's a few more things that I'm going to need to use this though. Unfortunately, I am well out of time. And I apologise for the fact that this episode is kind of late out because I've just realised how long I've got left to edit. So apologies for that. But next time we're going to get on with using this thing to make some really cool stuff. Some of the coolest stuff that Thaumcraft can give us we can make straight away with this thing, hopefully. Whoa, easy, falling off again. But we're going to have to do quite a bit of work to do so, but we'll get into that next time. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm Strewdel, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.